Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Shadow Sneasler. This is one of my favorite Pokemon. I just love the design, absolutely amazing, as well as the typing too, just perfect. Alright, we're going to be pairing it up with Registeel as well as Jellicent here. Alright, and let's see what we have. First game, let's get right into this commentary. Alright, first game, we're met with a Galarian Weezing. Okay, so we got Brutal Swing to think about, and that's exactly what they go for, which is resisted. And then we also have Play Rough as well as Overheat. Overheat is obviously going to KO, same with Play Rough at this point. See, the thing about Shadow Sneasler is even when it resists something, it will do a lot of damage. So I do decide to use both of my shields here, and they bring in a Greninja, and we're going to go ahead and try to catch a Hydro Cannon. And they threw a Night Slash because, I mean, even they know that Sneasler Shadow, it just can't take a hit, so they're going to throw that anyways. So we're in a bad situation here, right? Because this is a Dark type, and we're Water as well as Ghost, so they're resisting us in every way. Nothing this thing can do up against it. Although Shadow Ball does do a decent amount of damage, so we are going to be getting their last shield out of them here, and we do have a little bit of energy on the Sneasler, but we have to think about that Greninja is going to be spammy as hell. So they are going to be throwing their energy here, which is good. Now, we have our ace in the back, which is, of course, going to be Registeel. All right, I know. I'm using it. Yeah, better. Yep. Here we are. So I swap. They bring in the Galarian Weezing, so I bring back my Sneasler here. And unfortunately, they're going to be able to hit me with a brutal freaking swing. So I try to farm them down. Beautiful. We're looking good. We got a lot of energy, but we have to be quick on our toes here because one hit and we're done. Alright, so I think I want to throw close combat almost no matter what. And they bring in a Steelix, so we're going to get to the first one here. I think that Dragon Tail they snuck through is going to KO us here. Unfortunately, we're going down without getting off the next one. But that's okay. We bring in the Registeel, and they're trying to get to maybe Earthquake, and we're able to get to the Focus Blast to take them out here. Greninja's not going to be able to, finish us off. They're going to have to get to at least 3 Hydro Cannons here, I do believe. And this is why Registeel is just, Registeel, let's go. All right, so that Greninja is trying to spam us with all of its might, but we did get to the Focus Blast here, which we're going to throw right now, because one more Hydro Cannon might just about put us in the danger zone or beyond. Okay, so we're going to be taking that win there, taking out the Greninja. All right, let's move it on to our next one here, leading with Sneasler the entire time, met with a Wailmer. So super effective close combat, but we have to think about lowering our stats. But they're going to immediately swap here and bring in their Glissopod. So we're going to go ahead and throw super effective Aerial Ace. They're going to be shielding it up. We're going to retreat into Registeel, which is going to, I don't want to say wall it, but it's just going to be able to kind of absorb the hits here because Liquidation's not resisted. And it is doing still a pretty good amount while Shadow Claw is digging in slowly but surely. So of course we're going to go for Zap Cannon here. We got one shield out of him with the Aerial Ace on the Sneasler, and now we're going to go for this here. Let's hope we get the debuff like our opponents do every time. It's like 100% rate for them. Great, we got it. So their attack is down here. Now we haven't used a shield. We're going to, I think in a minute, as soon as they get to the next charge move here, there we go, beautiful. We don't even have to use our freaking shield. This is just amazing. Now this will KO, obviously. Down goes the Glissopod. They're shieldless, and we immediately swap into our Sneasler here. And of course we've got a nice Steelix in the back. All right, so we're gonna build up a little bit of extra energy here so we can maybe get to Aerial Ace. Oh, we do. Let's go. All right, Hisuian Sneasler putting in that work for me here. So definitely a fun investment for sure. And what's left in the back, of course, is the Wall Rain. So it's all up to the Jellicent here because our Registeel really has no health left and they can pretty much powder snow us down. We don't need a catch, and I think we're gonna let this go. No problem. I mean, I think actually we're not even gonna shield them up whatsoever. We're gonna go completely no shield here. So yeah, there you have it. Jellicent's really good. It's just, I don't know why I don't use it more. I think it's because of the Pokemon that I use. It just doesn't work a lot of times, and it just screws me over with that amazing algorithm, All right, so we're going to go ahead and finish them off here with a Shadow Ball and take the win here. We're looking good. All right. As far as Sneasler, I mean, do you want to invest in it? It's not the craziest thing ever to invest in. You just have to win the raids, right? Where's the kilometer? I think it's a kilometer's walk. But yeah, it's not too expensive. It's fun to use for sure. But just know that you're not going to be able to take a hit from a lot of stuff, as you can see. All right, so we're up against the Steelix here. Now, I go straight for the close combat. I wanted to bait, but what if they let it go, So we're just going to go straight for it. And they shielded up, of course, so all right, well, we'll have to deal with that. And more than likely, they're going to probably double shield and farm me down. I probably would do the same. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So we're going to immediately swap into the Jellicent. They could have crunch, they could lower my attack, then swap and lock me to, hard counter, but I had to do this. I wanted to keep the Sneasler alive. It still has yellow health. All right, so what did they just throw into the battle here? We're going to go for a Surf. It's a Obstagoon. Okay, yeah, this is not looking good, as we do have a Steel type in the back. Sneasler's Shadow Claws resisted massively, and we're kind of low health, and it can probably almost counter us down, even though we resist fighting with our Poison type on the Sneasler. So yeah, Obstagoon is kind of a core breaker here for this team. All right, so gonna let all this go. Hitting me with an Obstruct, so they raise their attack or raise their defense, lowered mine, and we're going to retreat now. Since we have all that energy, we're kind of try to recover it here and see if we can use it down the line on that Jellicent. Still holding on to one shield, and they do swap into their Sylveon, which sounds good to me. This is looking great, so excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna go straight for that Zac Cannon, lowering their attack. And of course, you already know we don't have to shield anything up from this thing. I mean, we just lowered their attack. We resist everything that the Sylveon has, right? So Moonblast it is. All right. I wanted to go for the Focus Blast, but I wasn't trying to screw around. So we're just gonna go ahead and go for the Zap Cannon here and take them out. And we had a little bit of extra energy. I do believe the Obstagoon will be able to get to a charge move, but remember, we have a lot of energy on our Jellicent, so we're going to go ahead and swap into that and start throwing these Surfs here. As they can't really counter us down, they're going to have to throw a charge move. And we get to the next Surf. This, I don't know if this will be enough. It's going to be pretty stinking close here. And no, it's enough to take them out, and we're looking good. They have that Steelix, which is farming us down. Now we have one shield left. We have the Steelix, or the Registeel, and the Shadow Sneasler. So what we're going to do is shield this up and go to the Focus Blast here and then take the win. Let's go. All right. So even though they lowered our attack, obviously this is going to KO. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, all right. Well, I take that back. Okay, that's right. So it's up to the Sneasler, and this is going to be freaking close. So I'm going to swap here so they can't farm more. And 1, 2, 3 Shadow Claws, and we take the win. That was a close one. All right, moving it on. I got a little ahead of myself on that one there with the Breaking Swipe lowering my attack. Next game, we're met with an Escavalier. This is a decent lead. Of course, we're going to have to shield up the Drill Run. Super effective. Is going to one-shot about like 4 of these Sneaslers. So shielding it up. And we don't need to go for close combat. Aerial Ace is still, it's not super effective, but it's still going to do a decent amount to them, and I don't want to lower my defense. So we're getting one shield, great. Going for the next one. Are we going to get 2 shields out of them here? I think they let this go, and they survive barely and get to the Drill Run. Nope, okay, perfect, beautiful. They did survive with 1 HP though. All right, they're bringing in a Charizard, and of course we're just going to throw this and stay here. We don't want to lock ourselves, and we will be bringing in the Jellicent, of course, because we're water, right. And if it seems like I'm kind of talking a little and pausing, every time I start recording, I don't know what the actual hell is going on, but my neighbors seem to, want to start rolling around upstairs like freaking animals. Actually, they did just get a new puppy, so all right. Makes sense, right? All right, but it's just kind of annoying. Like, oh my gosh, right when I start recording, come on, guys. Anyways, what do we got going on here? Earthquake, right. We've got 1 shield left, getting to the Shadow Ball up against this Swampert here. And what do we have in the back? Oh, a whole Registeel. All right, so we're going to go ahead and swap into that, into the Charizard. We can let a Blast Burn go. I do believe we're going to actually let one go because they're not Shadow, and it's just not enough to KO, even if it actually is a Shadow enough. I think we'd survive barely, but if it was, we would have shielded up. Nonetheless, getting to the Zap Cannon to take the win, and we're looking good. All right, let's keep it moving here. And yes, yeah, so the neighbors, they have a new puppy, and it's a lab, and oh my gosh. I love Athena, and I don't want any other dog, but that's what initially I was hunting for. She's part lab and part pit, so yeah, what a sweetheart. A little too small to play quite yet, so springtime's going to be fun for Athena. All right, anyways, what do we have here? A Swampert. Okay, so Earthquake, I think I shielded this up. We called the Earthquake. We kind of want to maintain that health, even though Jellicent is a very nice tank. And by the way, this is 100% IV. You don't necessarily want to go with 100. You could, but you want to maximize the defense and bulkiness, HP and all that stuff. So you want to go with the lower attack, so you can do that. Bring it up to like around level 50, right? So this is looking good for us here. Jellicent's going for that surf again. What a silly Pokemon, I swear. Actually, I kind of like it. It reminds me of King Bomb Bomb from Mario. It kind of has like that face with the mustache looking on it, that like Nintendo design. All right, so we have a Venusaur out here. Got to respect our Venusaur users. Go for that Shadow Ball, but we're good. They can farm us down. That's fine. We got a Registeel, which is gonna, if I call that Steelix, you know what I mean. Registeel is gonna shut it down, especially because it's not Shadow. But if you let it frenzy you enough, I mean, I swear this thing probably will be able to, yeah, really run over you if you just let it, as you can see here, bringing us to about the middle. Still is kind of comfortably going here, and Focus Blast is what we want to go for. Zapcan is still resisted. Just go for the Focus Blast, right? Let's see what happens here. Do they want to shield this up? If I recall, I actually don't remember. They do. Okay, I wanted to say they did. All right, so we swap into the Sneasler here, and I do not take them out because I wanted to farm them all the way up. They do have a Frenzy Plant ready to go, I do believe. Bringing back their Wall Ring, going for the close combat, and it takes them out, getting to the Aerial Ace, and this will KO. We don't need to hit any bubbles. There you have it. Shadow Sneasler is looking pretty good. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
Touch the cat. This is the best thing.